guys, welcome back to my channel, and today I thought I would share with you a updated version of How We Montessori at Home. It's been a long time since I did one of these. Harriet, I think, was like 18 months, but so many of you guys enjoyed that type of video, and now a lot has changed in my life. Harriet is now 3.5, and I have a baby, Leo, who is almost 9 months now. So I thought I would just show you how we Montessori at home, a few things that have changed definitely for Harriet, and then the things that I do for Leo as a baby around our house. This video is kindly sponsored by Literati, which is a monthly subscription for curated kids books, and each month you get 5 books in your box, and then you purchase just the ones that you really like, but they're all really awesome curated books. In this month's book curation, the Met and Literati collaborated together to create this My Met sticker book, which is really adorable. Can you open it?
Open it.
Open it, you can do it. Right here. New book. That's a sticker book. The My Met sticker book collection is jam-packed with sticker versions of real-life art that you'd see at the Metropolitan Museum of Art, so your kids can curate their own art gallery. And there's other really neat things in there, like this cute little poster, and there's different books. Let's see. Whoa, let me grab them behind me. So like I mentioned, this one, It Will Be Okay, is a really adorable book. I'm really excited the read this one. The thesaurus has a secret, and it just looks so cute. I love dinosaur books. And Bear Snores On. We have another version of this. Bear is sick, and Harriet loves it. And then this one is really cool. It is a color and draw book, and Harriet's really getting into kind of drawing actual things and not just like scribbling on paper. So I think she's going to really enjoy this book, adding specific things like a tail to a pig and a tail to a monkey, and bubbles, drawing bubbles. I think this is really cute. I think she's at a great age for this book right now. And also included in this month's box is book labeling stickers. So you write like, this book belongs to Harriet, or this book belongs to Leo. So Literati is a monthly curated book subscription for kids, curated to your child's age, and each month you'll get delivered 5 books in your Literati box, and you can keep all of them or send back the ones that you decide you don't want to keep, and use the prepaid shipping label in the box to send those back. So you're creating a beautiful library out of just the books that you choose from your Literati subscription each month. I love to give books as gifts, and I love when my kids receive books as gifts, because to me that is like a timeless gift. And we read a lot in this home every night and during the day, and have little books curated throughout our house. So I absolutely adore the Literati book subscription. And it's fun because it's curated for Harriet's age, which makes it just nice to try different books. All of their books are really high quality, so it's a fun subscription to get. You can sign up for Literati Kids using the link in my description below and get 25% off your first order. All right, let me put these books back up on the shelf. All right, so today I'm gonna share with you all of our Montessori type of setups throughout our house. This is just like a really practical way to Montessori at home, in my opinion. I try to keep it really simple, really easy. My main sources for knowledge about Montessori have been from Simone Davies, who created the Montessori toddler book, which I talked about in my previous How We Montessori at Home, and this is an amazing Bible about Montessori for toddlers. And then she recently came out with the Montessori Baby with, Junifa Uzanti. I actually don't know how to pronounce her name at all, but I've listened to the podcast of them, and she, I believe, is from Nigeria and has a Nigerian, or works at a Nigerian Montessori school, and they created a Montessori baby book, which is very exciting and was released shortly after Leo was born. And I love this book. It's also a great resource if you have a little baby, and all the different types of Montessori environments or practices you can do with a little baby. So I believe the Montessori baby goes up to the age of 1. And then this is like 1 to probably like early elementary, possibly. I think it might only go till like about 5, I would guess, in the Montessori toddler one. So I thought this would be kind of a fun time to share how we Montessori at home, because in my last one, Harriet was about 18 months. So she was kind of that like right in the middle, early toddler life. So things are very different from when I filmed that video, which is kind of nice. I thought I would share now. Right now I am filming in what is their playroom. So I'll give you kind of a tour of this. And this playroom is like honestly always changing, like constantly changing. And the basic like setup in here is pretty similar, but I rotate things out on their shelves and surfaces, and obviously now things are getting more baby-proofed as Leo has become a lot more mobile. So let me just show you around here. I kind of tidied, but bear with me, it's real life. So Harriet and Leo's now kind of playroom is right off our front door in our house. This would probably be somebody's office, but we use it as a playroom because it is much more functional that way for us. So over here is just kind of like a quiet reading area. This is the Nugget Couch, which you can like build into forts and stuff, but it also makes for like a really chill, relaxing place to read a book and look out the window. We have nothing in the middle of this playroom so that this could be built. I used to have the table and chairs in the middle, but found that it kind of inhibited like open-ended play, which is important in my book. And then over here is like the little art station. Right now this is mainly just Harriet's art station, and as Leo's getting more mobile, I'll probably have to move some of these things up and out of the way like chalk so he doesn't eat it. But to be honest, when we are in this room with Leo, like an adult is in here watching them. Once he's more mobile and can walk, I have to really baby-proof this room. But Harriet has free range. She can just play in here very independently. We did rotate around some, Leo's just attempting the walking. We did rotate around some of the toys in here. So this bottom row is Leo zone, so like all of his baby types of toys, and then up here this is Harriet's kind of toys, essentially kind of out of Leo's reach for now. She has like a little doll house set up. She's really into like pretend food play, restaurant, all of that kind of stuff. This used to be her kitchen. That was more of a functional kitchen for getting water and snacks and stuff, which I'll show how we do that now. So here's her little table set over here. This table set is great for Harriet and when she has some of her friends over, but it's far too big for Leo. So I'm probably gonna have to figure out another table setup so Leo can have independent like snack and drink time and stuff. And then this is just some fun random play things that dress up. She just loves to dress up, and then her little dolly cart. So over here, this is also her, she hung this up here. I just asked her to hang this up because it fell over. I love when I find little things like this that was where Harriet decided to hang that, which was on her little mop. Oh, that's good. So this is a fully functioning spray mop. There's usually a pad on the bottom, but yesterday she helped me mop, so it is dirty. And then this is her like Melissa and Doug type of play set. The broom, rest in peace, got left outside and like got gross from the wood, so that'd be something I have to get another one of. All right, let me actually hang this up so Leo doesn't eat it. Here's a random nail. All right. And until I decide on a true design idea in here, which is likely going to be wallpaper up top, and then I'm still planning on doing like the vertical boards for a board and batten, we have hung up a lot of Harriet's art, and I just love it. It just makes this room feel very happy and childlike, and I love that. And then down here for Leo, he's got just very accessible, 9-month type of stuff. So like I said, I rotate out this playroom pretty often, and I keep things that are like definitely dangerous, like scissors, up way up top where Leo can't get it, but Harriet can. But like I said, we're in here with Leo at this point. And as he becomes true toddlerhood now in a couple of months, I'll have to completely rethink this room and truly baby-proof more of it. So like Harriet can still access it, but Leo cannot, like scissors and crayons, so he doesn't eat those type of thing. But also a lot of it is teaching Leo how to use the items in his environment. But to me, what keeps me sane is making my house as baby-proof as I possibly can, because then I don't have to worry about too much stuff, and Leo's not hearing no all the time, and that's important for me. So he has a lot of yes spaces in his house. So outside of the playroom, the main element that we do at home, because Harriet is in a Montessori school 5 days a week, so she gets a lot of that like true Montessori type of education at her schooling and brings it home, and we practice and do things like that. But for the most part, my focus on Montessori at home is really in practical life. It's just what works the best for us, and we will like sprinkle in maybe more traditional Montessori education every so often, but for the most part, it's all practical life stuff at home for us. So Harriet used to, over here, that kitchen used to be in here, and I showed it in a previous video, and it was more of a functioning kitchen where Harriet could wash her hands and different things like that, because she couldn't access a lot of stuff in her house before, even when we first moved in here. So we changed all of that around as she's gotten bigger and more capable of using truly the adult items in the home. So maybe I'll start by, I'll show you kind of the bathroom setup, which might be kind of weird to show on the internet, but it's very important, especially for her. Olaf, what are you doing? So in here we keep books still. When her little potty was on the floor in here, we always had books next to it, and she still loves to read books or have a book read to her. We don't have like a toddler thing, but we have these toilet seat covers that have that built in, and then when you close this and open it up, it just magnetically clicks onto that. So that's really nice. It's all right there. She can just pull it down and use it. There's also a stool. We have a ton of stools in our house because it makes it so much easier in life and more accessible for her. And then up here is the sink. So this is like her main sink on our main level when she washes her hand before we do cooking or eating dinner, or she comes in from outside. This is where she washes her hands. She can use and reach all of this because the stool is decently high. Obviously, you guys all know how a sink works. But my favorite thing, and the thing that took me forever to find, I had like a pump, regular pump thing for soap, and I had a soap bar. The soap bar would fly around here. So I bought an automatic foam dispensing soap, and it's awesome. You just wipe your hands, wash them. You guys know how to do this. And she can dry her hands right here because she can reach it. And that is it. And it is amazing. I don't have to hold her up to wash her hands. She can do all this stuff independently. She can go to the bathroom all fully independently on her own now. And it is wonderful. Back out of the bathroom space. This is like our powder bath on our main level. This is our entry area. It still functions very much like it would for a toddler. And even once Leo, he'll get his own little seat, and I'll have to maybe reconfigure this so there's more room for 2 kids to get ready. But Harriet has her school bag. That's a little basket of masks. And that wasn't in my previous video. And then Harriet's raincoat, and then she's outside with her winter coat. And then having a chair so she can easily sit down, take on and off her shoes. She kind of has a funny eclectic. She has her house slippers. She's also really into like dance, so sometimes these are like her house shoes. She got tap shoes, ballet shoes, but these are her like regular shoes. And then I only keep out the shoes that are weather or appropriate for her to wear outside. She knows these ones I'll stay inside. That's something that I found to be really important, is just to put out what is acceptable for them to wear and use, because when, for example, we have all 4 seasons here, so when it starts to get cold and she still sees shorts and t-shirts in her drawers up in her room, she wants to wear them, but then they're not appropriate for the weather. So when I remove just the things that are not appropriate for the weather or whatnot, it makes our lives so much more like frictionless. So that really helps. In our kitchen, going strong is the Sprout Sous Chef Learning Tower. If you were going to invest in one like Montessori type of item in your home, it is going to be this learning tower. Harriet has had this like learning tower since she was about 14 months or so, and we use it every single day, all the time. So Harriet now can really move this thing around, and this is nice because when we are cooking or baking is usually what's happening, and I'm on the other side. We have our little plug-in for our KitchenAid. She can take this out, and oftentimes now Harriet really likes to help us at the stove, as she can slide it over to our stove like this and help us cook. And it is wonderful. She loves to cook, so she gets to cook, and she has now learned what is hot and what's not, and how to use everything, not necessarily turn on the stove or anything like that. She's not supposed to do that. But even little things that she is involved with daily is, like, I have shown her how to make a coffee. So she's also part barista, but she loves it. She loves to like make real things, and I'll ask her if she'll help me make a coffee in the morning, and she'll slide her learning tower over and we will make a coffee. I think soon I will actually probably ditch the learning tower for Harriet, leave it for more Leo, and get like a 2-step stool, because Harriet is now very stable standing up on a stool and doesn't necessarily need the cage built in around here, which is amazing for toddlers. So in our kitchen, we have it set up so Harriet can get at all of her things pretty easily. So that is all down here in this cupboard, which actually should probably be organized, but whatever, real life, guys. So down here, and it's probably got to get baby proof because Leo will soon be able to open these cupboards, but not yet. All right, over here we have Harriet's little spray bottle for cleaning, and then some rags for wiping up messes. This is where her cups go. She has more than just one cup, but they're just in the dishwasher. This is like her hot chocolate cup, her water cup, and these, I think it's about time for her to get bigger water cups, maybe like this size. Her plates, which I really recommend. In Montessori, they recommend like real items, and I will probably do the same thing for Leo. I know some people opt to do plastic in their homes, and that's totally fine. But the idea with the real items is to teach them that they're fragile and how to care for things in your environment. And these are just IKEA cheap bowls. We have certainly broken things over the years, and that is just part of it. And these are little bowls for like snack or yogurts or something like that. Down here, she has little straws, her knives, spoons, forks, and then this is for baking, like her little whisk. And then this is some of her stuff for lunch for school. And that is essentially Harriet's area over here. At some point I will make Leo's more for him on this side, but right now it's a lot of like my pump stuff and things like that. But for little babies, you know, working Leo into a cup using like an actual cup, we do a lot of baby-led weaning here, and that works really well for our family. And for Leo, he can eat like independently when I provide him like the appropriate things at his table. And so at our table, we just kind of randomly moved some of these around the other day, but we all sit together at a table for breakfast and dinner. We have the Stokey Trip Trap. I bought both of them secondhand. It's a great way to get them more affordably. But this one is Harriet's. Honestly, she's usually over there by Leo because she likes to sit by them, but we just kind of moved it around. We had some friends over. And our chairs, and then this one is Leo's, and usually he just either comes right up to the table with us, and usually we're all sitting kind of on one end of the table versus spread out, but that's kind of the setup for that. And then usually there is a mat under Leo's thing, but it's out there, I gotta wash it. So getting the kids involved together in dinner time is really important. Harriet will help with a lot of like prep work in our making a food, so she'll often cut things at the island for me while we're making dinner, and that is something we've worked up and built towards. So I think that a lot of times Montessori can be a little overwhelming for people, especially with toddlers. Like, what do you mean you let your toddler or your kid use like a knife? And we have worked up from a really, like the crinkle cut knife to all the different phases, and now she's at the like nylon serrated one and does a really good job. But she's been practicing for at least a year and a half, so it takes time. And now for Harriet, when she wants water, we actually can use our fridge, which is wonderful. This is low enough, and that was a big benefit to getting this fridge, for her to turn on the water, the different ice cubes, and then she just pushes her cup right here and fills up her own water. So that's really important, that she has access to water when she's thirsty and can drink water throughout the day. And she just goes right into her little cupboard in her island, brings it over there, fills it up, and on she goes. And then in our pantry, which I don't want to show you because it's a disaster, in the bottom of our pantry, because Harriet can open the pantry door, but this is something that has, if you have like a snack monster child like I do, who just wants to eat snacks incessantly all day, if she could, we actually keep a little basket of snacks at her level, so she can, I fill it up daily, which kind of seems like a little bit of a pain, but it is so much better than like having kind of like power struggles with her about how many snacks and what she can eat in a day. So we fill up a little basket in our pantry. With Leo, I'll probably do the same type of setup. I might even get like a little mini fridge for him, so he can have like chilled snacks at his level. And I might make this little area where Harriet's one thing for her water was similar for Leo, so he can wash his hands at some point when it's more toddler life. But I fill up a little bin of snacks each day. She can have them all at once. She can spread them out through the day, but those are her snacks. And when her snacks are done, her snacks are done. And that has really helped us. So I try to fill it with healthy things like an apple and maybe a bar, or like a little, like cups of maybe little crackers or something like that. And those are the snacks that she is provided each day. And like I said, she can eat them all at once, or she can save them all throughout a day, save one for bedtime snack, that type of thing. And it has helped us tremendously. So that is essentially like how we Montessori at home with a baby and a like 3.5-year-old. She's pretty much like kind of like a preschooler age now. So Leo hasn't really, I haven't done a ton for him at this point. It's just a lot of like providing a lot of movement and making my house as baby proof and yes zoned for Leo as possible, and that helps tremendously for our family and stuff. And yeah, I mean, right now Leo's just really focusing on movement, and another like element or pillar to Montessori is like following the child's lead. So right now Leo is 100% in, like, all he cares about is figuring out how to climb the stairs, crawl, walk, stand, and eat. That's all this kid cares about. He does not want to read books, nothing like that. So I offer things and just watch what he is interested in and follow his lead. And another item to Montessori that is a muscle I've had to develop, which is to not interrupt your child. So not to like take over and do things, essentially kind of like maybe like let them struggle a little bit, but within, you know, like a healthy amount, so that they are learning to figure things out on their own, because if you essentially do everything for them, they won't learn to do it themselves. So yeah, that's kind of the gist of how we Montessori at home. And I will share again as Leo gets more in that toddlerhood time, because I feel like that's a really like prime time to start Montessori. But Montessori can start as young as birth, and I highly recommend reading the Montessori baby book if you are curious about that, if you have a little baby. It was really helpful in just learning different things about how to set up their environment and what, you know, like how to create an environment for a baby that is kind of Montessori focused and really helpful for them. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and thank you to Literati for sponsoring this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope to do more of these more frequently and not let so much time go by in between each one. If you have any questions about Montessori, I will leave some links in the description below, as well as the Hapa, I think is how Hapa family. She has an incredible depth of knowledge on Montessori, and she does an incredible job of doing it more frequently than I do and sharing their setups at home and activities. And I'll link a couple of Instagram accounts too below that I think are really useful in Montessori. So thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.